Hello, and welcome to Five Quick Questions. Today we have Kevin Newell with us. Kevin is our IT Recruitment Delivery Lead, and he brings with him more than 20 years of experience hiring in IT. Hey, Kevin, how are you doing today?
Not too bad. And yourself, Richard?
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. It's a nice day here, so I'm enjoying it.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, no, thanks for being here. Let's get right into it. First question. We've heard a lot lately about changes in tech, problems in startups, particularly some products, some businesses kind of downsizing a little bit, and that's having some sort of impact, on that job market in IT and tech. What are you seeing right now in terms of trends in the tech market? Are there anything out there that you're noticing? Anyone who's hiring, anyone who's not?
There's definitely a substantial uptick in terms of the number of opportunities for people that specialize in artificial intelligence, machine learning. You'll see, up to a 30% increase in recent years. And, between now and 2029, there's estimated to be about 500,000 AI and ML related positions, new jobs in the industry. See plenty of it in the media today, like layoffs here, especially with major tech organizations. It more has to do with like a shifting of priorities. So they are shifting more towards how to support artificial intelligence, cybersecurity, those particular areas. So tech firms that may have had teams that specialize in other areas, or entire startups, for instance, that specialize in other areas, if they're not really concentrating on the cybersecurity aspects, cloud, artificial intelligence, there will be a shift there or a downsizing in some instances. Cybersecurity, that's an area you've seen recently, probably the ransom attack on Change Healthcare, where they had to pay out $22 million reportedly to those attackers. Yeah. And those types of positions, the cybersecurity area in particular, they have close to like 3 million jobs yearly that go unfilled. Right. So yeah, just to put it in perspective too, there's a ransomware attack on a major business about anywhere from 10 to 15 seconds, and on consumers about every 5 seconds. So it's a huge issue, and those professionals are well sought after.
So in terms of that, you're identifying a real trend towards cybersecurity and a few other places. Along those lines, what are the skills that employers are really looking for in IT right now? Along those lines, what do people out there need to have in terms of skills to kind of think about situating themselves well for those jobs?
All of our customers that I've seen are looking for professionals that have experience in a multi-cloud environments, or knowledge base. So people that are skilled in AWS, Azure, GCP, Oracle. It's almost never a situation where they're just looking for somebody with just one cloud vendor background. So multi-cloud is definitely something that people are looking for. Robotic process automation, so automating repetitive tasks, and then diving even deeper with data analysis, data visualization, data science, which is part of artificial intelligence as well. Big data, data is the new oil. So people that are able to gather that data, make sure that it's correct, and then being able to work with others, such as machine learning engineers, to build predictive models that are working correctly. Cybersecurity, so going back to that, people at DevSecOps, which is another tie-in. And then in terms of like artificial intelligence and machine learning, you're looking at people that have backgrounds in Python, have utilized modeling techniques in machine learning, blockchain technology. So applications where you can secure and make transactions tamper-proof. DevOps, these are all key areas that are highly relevant.
Okay, so question 3. Any recent tech innovations that you're excited about? So you mentioned there earlier about AI, blockchain, these sorts of things. Is there anything kind of new that you find particularly interesting or impactful in terms of IT?
So there's AI for everything right now. So proliferation of generative AI tools like ChatGPT, generative AI in business. Even more importantly, how to keep that type of technology, artificial intelligence, chat technologies, human centric. So you definitely don't want to lose that human element through the process. People will feel alienated if they're only thinking that they're talking to machines all the time. So being able to incorporate that human element is going to be very impactful moving forward.
Yeah, I feel that I spent some time on an email support system today, actually, speaking to a chat bot, I guess, to a piece of AI. It's trying to answer my questions. It wasn't doing a good job, and then it put on an agent, and I like still kind of wondered if the agent was also a computer because it wasn't also where they weren't particularly good at solving my problem either,
Yeah.
which is kind of funny. But yeah, no, yeah, the human centric thing is a big deal right now, and taking the technology back from kind of what can we do from a technological point of view, like what is possible, and thinking about what is the user experience here, how do we get people to actually use this technology in a way that's going to be helpful for them and then also helpful for us, therefore.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Terrific. Thanks. Okay, so thinking a little bit more, I guess, practically about recruitment, what are some of the common mistakes that you see IT applicants make when they're applying or looking for IT jobs?
Not leveraging their network. So referrals still count for probably about 30 to 40% of hires. And not only reaching out to the network just to maybe have their profile highlighted in the applicant tracking system, but also utilizing network to understand the roles and culture and what the interview process is really like. So that's one of the biggest ones. And then another one is not using recruiters with strong networking capabilities. If recruiters are reaching out to you and that particular job is not of interest, maybe it's a good idea to let that recruiter know what your preferences are. And if that recruiter is savvy enough, what they'll end up doing is when new opportunities come out, they're not only using software to map the skills to your profile, but also your preferences. Is this the type of opportunity that this person wants within the compensation range? Is this a remote, hybrid, on site? Those elements as well. And that'll also help with name recognition when the role comes out. The recruiters will understand, like, okay, I talked to somebody recently, this would probably be a strong match for them, and they can reach back out. People keyword stuffing their resumes is another problem. It may get through the applicant tracking system in the initial stages, but if you're not thinking about like how your audience understands how you've used those certain tools, technologies to deliver impact within an organization, the hiring team may not pick up on that resume and bring you into the interviewing process. Sure, it may get through that ATS based on the keywords, but knowing what you've done has made an impact to the organizations that you've worked for in the past, and being able to put that down on paper is highly relevant. And then interview preparation. So it's not good enough now to just think about like the generic open-ended questions like tell me about yourself and questions like that are very subjective. You really have to start to think about stories in your past and how those stories have impacted an organization or a team, and what you learned from those situations and how may you've applied those learnings in the future. And you know there's questions at the end of the interview. People are using outdated cliche phrases. What are the next steps? How did I do? How do I compare with other folks? And what you need to really understand is those are cliche phrases, and a bit of a turnoff, and instead you should be asking more value-based questions. What's value to you as well as what's value to that team that you're interviewing for. What are some of the deliverables that you could produce within the first week, team collaboration, etc. You want to be able to generate questions that show that you're a team player and can hit the ground running, but not using those cliche phrases.
And for the folks out there, if you're looking, as Kevin said, for some recruitment help to shop around your application and put you in touch with a lot of different opportunities that might be available, Raise is a great place to do that, just saying. Okay, so final question. What are some of the cool or interesting job opportunities you've got available right now for the folks out there, Kevin?
Yeah, so every day we see something that's data related, data engineering, data visualization, data analysis. We do have cloud openings as well, full stack development needs, DevOps. These are all specialty areas that are highly marketable. So, and those are resurfacing every single day.
Great. And if anyone's looking for those opportunities, you can find them right here on LinkedIn or over on our career site, base.jobs. Kevin, thanks so much for being here. Great to talk to you.
Thanks for having me.
Bye-bye.